Hello everyone and welcome to VMLogix LabManager demo series. My name is Jacob Ben David. I'm a Director of Technical Services here at VMLogix, and today I'm going to show you the second part of our user management and resource sharing demo, where I'm simply going to share resources between two different users. So in the previous part, I created a user called user and logged in into the system, and of course I was not able to see anything because there are no content created. But even if I'll try to create a configuration in this resource, this user, for example, if I try to select a machine template, you'll see that I have no machine templates to select. So even if I'll go into software packages, you can see that no software packages are available for me. And the reason is that if I'll switch back into the administrator, you note that every resource in LabManager, for example, in configuration, has an owner. And by default, it's in the brackets, you'll see who it is shared with. So for example, everything here so far is shared only with administrator. It's not shared with anyone. And the same thing, if I'll go into my packages, I'll see there's nobody can see them, as well as the configuration. Everything in LabManager is created in security in mind, so unless you specifically share it, you will not be able to see it, or others will not be able to see it. So let's start to show how the process is working. First, I'm going to share this running environment with a user. This is, for example, if you want to create a shared development environment, or if you're creating a class and you want to provision multiple environments and assign each environment to a student. So I'm going to share this deployment. I could share it with all users, but specifically I'm going to do it only for the development team. So only members of the development team will be able to see this environment. And I can give permissions on what they can do with the environment. I will allow it just to view it and edit it, but of course not to delete it. You have the option to lock a resource, which basically protects us from accidental deletion by administrators or other users. And I saved, as you can see here, LabManager reports that this environment, this active environment, is shared with the development team. So let's see how it looks from the user perspective. Log into the system. If I go to my workspace, I can see the same job. So clicking into the system will allow me to work on the system. And of course, if I'm working with other developers, I will be able to share the environment where they can working on different systems, and I'm, let's say, the Windows 2003 expert, and I can only work on the system while others will work on the other systems without interrupting each other. So this is showing you a live job configuration. And now let's see what I need to do in order to allow this user to deploy his own configuration from a pre-approved library of configurations. So for example, I want to share this particular environment, this one-to-one job with all the users in the lab, everyone, regardless if they're networking, if they're development or not. So first I will need to share the environment, but note this information. You have to share all the resources that you use to build this configuration along with the users. So that means if I'm going to share this configuration, in order for the user to be able to deploy it, I need to share the machine templates that were used to construct it, or any other operators such as software packages and so forth. So let's show you how it looks like. So I'm going to share it, and I'm going to select view only, so they can just use it, nothing less and nothing more. And I'm going to click save. But now I'm going to share the components, and this is the easiest way to do it. You click on the job, you select the machine templates. I will do it in open new tab, and I'm going to share this template with all the users at the same level. So I just want to be able to use them to be able to use this environment, this VM. I'm going to save it, and I'm done with this. And then I'm going to switch to the other machine and repeat the process. Very easy. Share, save, and everything in this job is shared with the users. So for example, if I had, let's take this job and just do one more thing. I'm going to add a software package on this system, and let's use the Windows regular one. And now I just saved it, but now I will need to ensure that this package is shared as well. So I'm going to do the same thing, right click it, open a new window, share this environment, this resource, excuse me, and with all users just to be able to use it and save. And now, let's see how everything is shared. The configuration should be available for the user for deployment. So let's log out and log in as the user. So if I'll go into configuration, I have the environment I just shared with the administrator. I can click on it and browse between all the components of this environment. And of course, since I got with view only, I cannot edit or delete this environment. So all I can do is deploy this environment with defaults. And there you go. I created a configuration, checked it into the library, and any user within that team, even if I created another user, another tester, and he will join the same configuration, he will access, if he's a part of the all user team, he will be able to see it and deploy his own instance of this configuration. And of course, only this user can see his own environment. But while I'm here, I want to show you just more thing as admin view, where you can select to see everyone's jobs. So if you click, for example, on a workspace, or for example, if I'm an instructor of a class and I want to see all the environments, you know that right now I'm in the user mode, so I can see only my own job. But I want to switch to admin view. I want to see everything that's happening in LabManager. And I switch to admin. And as you can see, I can see my own jobs as well as other users' job. This is the job that was deployed by the test user I created, and as administrator I can see it. And of course, if you want to filter out, if you're managing a large organization, you could create multiple filters. And let me show you the filter screen. You can create multiple filters to scan down on a specific user or a specific keyword, and then once you have your searching capabilities, which you execute here, you can also create your own filters and save them with your own custom settings. So every time you click on a filter in a drop-down menu, you'll be able to locate the exact resources in the environment. So again, very simple. So what I showed you, I hopefully was able to help you to understand how resources are being shared in LabManager and what is required to allow configuration sharing between multiple teams. Hope you enjoyed this video and all the other videos we published in the past. So again, thank you for watching and looking forward to see you again in our channel.